What's going on, guys? It's your boy here today, and today we are getting into Honsool by our boy Agust, Sugar, Jungi, whatever you want to call my man. So the reason I'm doing this is because I did the D2 mixtape full reaction on Patreon, right? But the playlist I used didn't include Honsool for some reason. So I was like, originally I was going to be like, should I react to this on Patreon? But like, you know what? Let's give some crumbs to people on YouTube so that they can see what's happening and getting a taste of the album review reaction on YouTube. So I'm going to watch this and post it on YouTube. So the reason I'm not posting album reactions on YouTube is because the last time I tried that, I got a warning from YouTube. So that's why I haven't been doing that now, because it's unsafe. And also, I wanted to give the patrons extra content. So I'm doing album reviews on Patreon, right? So I still make content on YouTube, as you've been seeing, because I've been uploading every day still. It's just, there's extra content on Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, let me show you what's happening on Patreon right now.
이때 저희 한번 그 티격태격 한 적이 있었거든요.
You know what I find interesting? You know what I find interesting here? I know there's not a big age gap between Seungmin and Han, but for some reason, when he's sitting here with Seungmin, like for the first time, Han looks like an older brother. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. It's just the aura he has in this clip. I don't know why. Like it's the first time I've seen this. Like even when he's with Ian, who I think it's like 6 or 7 months between them. He didn't seem like he didn't have that big brother vibe, but here he generally feels like an older brother. Even though there's only like, I don't know, what is it? It's not even a month, right? Between them? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how much older he is, but it's not like a massive gap. But it feels like he's an older brother for the first time.
그리고 뭐 비하인드 뭐 있지 저달?
I don't know why he's so funny. He's just so funny. He's so, well, let me just take my hoodie off. He's so like unintentionally funny. You know, it's like he opened the live and he's like, okay, I'm going to talk about the songs. And he starts talking about the song. He's like, fuck. What else happened? I'm not sure. Like, yeah, I love just how unplanned it is and he's just vibing. Like, I just love his personality because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't put any facades on. He's just talking to you as if he would like talk to someone that was just chilling in the room. You know, he's just like vibing. He's not trying to be entertaining in any way, but he's just so unintentionally funny. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Okay, I'm already loving this. The vibe of this. Okay. There's an interesting little like screaming almost in the background. Almost sounds like a minion. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Okay, I feel like this is gonna go hard. Very interesting beginning. It almost sounds like kind of like a horror kind of soundtrack that's being customized into like a hip hop thing. You know what I mean? Like it almost sounds like that. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, again, he's switching up his vocalization and the way his voice sounds. I'm always so impressed by how in every song he sounds so wildly different. He can switch that up. It's so good. Okay. So when I enter my room, it's time to face myself. This is why I love Agust, right? This is why I love Sugar as an artist, because he's always talking about these very poignant issues of being a human being, right? Because I think generally when we talk about being human, you're in these loud places, you're in public, so you don't have time to think about things. So things happen and you can kind of ignore your issues, but then you come home and you look yourself in the mirror and then everything comes crashing down on you, and you got to really kind of consider your brain and where your mind's at, and be like, okay, this is who I am. I've got to face everything that's going right with me, what's going wrong with me, and you got to face yourself when you're alone. Once you're comfortable being alone, that's when you've become a fully healed person, I think. Because I find people that are like social and they can't last 1 second without talking to someone are so scared of who they are, and they are so uncomfortable with facing themselves fully. Which I love how he's talking about that idea, is all I'm saying.
정막이 가득한 밤 샤워를 끝마친 다음 술로 해독하는 기억 자라나는 하루에 마치 펴는 술의 지두 고단한 하루 일과는 어찌어찌 해냈고 골박에 치는 일정은 일주일에 음새냈죠 적당히 먹고 자지 못하고
Oh, so good.
안 오는데 내일은 내 걱정하지 마 I don't care.
He's singing, man. Like, I remember the first time I heard his vocals, I was just blown away. Because, like, obviously we knew he's a crazy rapper, but his vocalization as well, like, while he's singing, is so wild. Like, I'm just blown away by this man's talent. I'm just absolutely blown away by Yoongi's talent. He's just so talented. He's amazing. Like, if you haven't watched my reaction to D2, you don't know just how much of a Yoongi simp I've become after listening to that, because it's such a good fucking mixtape. It's so good. Sorry. I could go on for a 20-minute rant of just how talented I think Yoongi is. It's such an interesting vibe, this song. It's like almost like a horror song. Not horror, but it's like you can feel the darkness in the song. Ooh! Oh, cool. Okay, well, let's talk about what he's talking about here. So let's see. I don't eat smack for feeling like I might puke if I eat something. I'm getting tipsy, so let's be honest about my life. They sometimes scare me. I don't want to run away. Ideal is smacking the back of reality hard. Me like the okay. So I think this is an interesting thing he's talking about here, where he's talking about the kind of, I guess, toxic side of being like a superstar, where you almost need to numb yourself to it. Because I think that's what, like, if you think about it, a lot of famous people, it's more likely for them to have kind of addictions to kind of balance out the pressure, I guess, of being famous. So whether it's drinking or whatever else, right? He's talking about drinking in particular here. It's numbing him to the kind of the stress and the anxieties of being that kind of superstar. Which what I really like about Yoongi's stuff is his constant questioning and probing and just criticization of his position as a superstar. You know what I mean? He's constantly trying to look within himself to, okay, yes, I'm this successful and I'm this way, but I need to analyze myself to understand how I can keep my head on straight while in these spaces of major success. And that's what I really appreciate about his music, where he's always constantly self-analyzing and criticizing his own kind of mistakes and decisions. And he's like, okay, did I make a correct decision here? And like, am I truly fighting against capitalism and this and that? Like, he talks about a lot about that in the song, where he analyzes himself and social issues, and does he contribute to those social issues, or is he actively criticizing in a kind of in a neutral way? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he does a lot of like self-analysis in his songs, which is really what makes me love his stuff. And his fucking voice is so good. Such a vibe. This music kind of gives me vibes of like the music that plays in like a fight scene in Dragon Ball Z, but it's kind of been like customized to turn into like a hip hop vibe beat. You know what I mean? Was that it? Oh my god! That was I like that song. That was a good song. I feel like. Let's see. See, I can't really give an opinion on how I feel about it just yet, because I haven't listened to it enough. Because like, I've listened to the other songs on D2 at least 10, 11 times by now. So I don't want to give an opinion on this song because I've only listened to it the once. You know what I mean? So I liked it for now. My initial impression of it is it's probably not my favorite song on the album, but I still really enjoyed it. My favorite song on the album is Daichita. Daichita? Is that how you say it? Daichita? I think that's my favorite song on the album. And then I think Moonlight probably after that. Anyway, that was really fun. I liked it, but I can't really place it. I can't rank it in the context of that album because I haven't listened to it enough yet. But that was a really good vibe. I like the song. I like the message that he's presenting and all that. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed recording it and talking about his music because I'm a massive Yoongi simp. I love his fucking stuff so much. I could literally spend the next 3 to 6 months on this channel just reacting to Yoongi. That's how much I love his stuff. Not that that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying I could. Like, I wouldn't mind that at all. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.